Hey guys, Max here. We got a couple updates and then a few comments, which I will put in the description below. First off, I'm working on the Heller project and hope to have that done soon, and that'll be followed up by Frog. In the comments section, most on Airfix and the USSR, we got a lot of great comments and a few well-deserved criticisms. The first one was for my little snarky comment, which by the way was not in Sergei's script. I went off script on that about the Bot A152 being a crappy kit for a crappy plane. That was unfair to the kit. It may very well have been an excellent kit. It was, however, a terrible airplane. In fact, I suggest you go look it up. It is an interesting read. I was also criticized for not mentioning that the U.S. makes a lot of crappy kits, and I've put together enough old Aurora and Lindberg kits to know we have definitely put out our share of duds. Jan Gelbrick points out that my attempt to say the name of the company that made the model was actually not that bad. It's difficult even for natives. And he spelled it out phonetically for me. So, Koonst-shtov-fair-ar-byt-oong Tsho-pow. I'm sorry, that's as good as I can do. But thanks, Jan, I appreciate it. Andre points out that I was a little hard on the models in the USSR because one of the upsides was they had a lot of great clubs where a lot of creative people learned to use machine tools and made a lot of parts themselves. They learned how to use all kinds of milling machines and lathes and all kinds of other great stuff and honed a lot of great skills through model building, which I think was kind of the idea for the state sponsoring it. So I definitely don't want to give them short shrift. I've seen some of the work that's come out of the East Bloc in Russia. Some really talented people over there who do some lovely work. It just reinforces my belief that in general, model builders are happy people and creative by nature. No matter where you go, we all speak the common language of building models. Duncan points out that the Lindberg Mig-19 was based on illustrations in an article on the Mig-19 that came from an Air Trails magazine in the early 50s. And most of the illustrations were just conjecture, or if not outright fantasy, because they didn't have any other information to work with. Hell, it still makes a pretty cool kit. I think it's an awesome looking airplane. Now I've got to go get one. On Airfix, Andrew left a very detailed post about the inner workings of the bankruptcy with Hobby Products Group and the entire Bank of Scotland funding everything and taking over and hand it to administrators. I'm actually going to use a lot of that in the Heller video because the two are related. So go down and read his comment below. It's pretty interesting and it gives you an idea just how much fun it is to run a kit model company. Bruce pointed out that plastic modeling took a major hit in the 60s and 70s because of a big push to get rid of the types of glues and enamel paints that were being used because of the drug problems at the time. I seem to remember that having an impact in more snap-tight kits coming out and glues that were not very good that tended to frustrate model builders and probably chased a few people away from the hobby. He has a very interesting post about that. Again, check it out down below. And Captain Beak straightened me out on something that I should have caught. Harry Ferguson was not part of Massey Ferguson. It was the Ferguson tractor. Being an American, where Massey Ferguson is essentially a household name, I mistakenly put that on there. It wasn't one of my sources, and I transposed it and read it, and I should have paid more attention, so bad Max. He gets into a lot of detail about Ferguson, his development of tractors, his deal with Ford. So again, go down below and read his comments in the description below. And last is the quick Carl pointed out that apparently Airfix is not only synonymous with kit models, but it's also synonymous with glue. He says he's read many British books that refer to airfixing as gluing things into place. So that's really all I have for right now. I want to apologize to anybody that might have taken umbrage with some of my comments. And next time I'll just stick to the script. You guys take care and we'll see you later.
The prettiest ship, out on the line, the MiG-15, flies fast and fine, the prettiest ship out on the line, the MiG-15 flies fast and fine. When we go up and fly at noon, the MiG-15s jump off the moon. When we go up and fly come down,
then they come down,
and pretty soon
and pretty soon
they start to play
they start to play
on noisy tune.
a noisy tune.
Then they come down, and pretty soon they start to play a noisy tune. 10 planes race by,
Then planes race by.
here's what it means.
Here's what it means.
1 F-86,
One F-86,
9 MiG-15.
9 MiG-15.
10 planes race by, here's what it means. 1 F-86, 9 MiG-15. The moral of
The moral of
this song is clear.
this song is clear.
When you start home,
When you start home,
just check your rear.
just check your rear.
The moral of this song is clear. When you start home, just check your rear. 'Cause if you don't,
'Cause if you don't,
you're sure to find
you're sure to find
a MiG-15
a MiG-15
tucked in behind.
tucked in behind.
'Cause if you don't, you're sure to find a